Dear Mummy and Daddy, I'm sorry when I see you upset and distressed. It's not your fault the way I am, and you've both done everything and more than most to help me. But maybe the best thing is to be cool, to be kind, and cut me out of your lives until I'm better. I hate the fact that all I do is hurt and fuck things up and people around me. I know one day I'll want to get well and live life properly. But for the moment, I think I just have to accept who I am right now and try to cause the least amount of damage to others. I'm sorry it's come to this. I don't know what to say anymore, as I'm enslaved to something I hate.
And have no control. I love you all so much and couldn't wish for a more wonderful family. Lots of love, Hannah.
This is a film about what happens when your child becomes a heroin addict. Kate is a 49-year-old interior designer from Brighton. Her daughter Hannah is 20 and has been addicted to heroin for 3 years. Kate and Hannah agreed to spend a year with us, opening up their lives to reveal what it's like to love each other as they struggle to come to terms with the bewildering confusion of Hannah's heroin addiction. Her father, Robert, and younger sister, Lucy, who chose not to take part in this film, have always provided loving support to Hannah.
She's always been a very, very angry child ever since she was little. She was born with a very rare disease which affected her digestive system, and it caused problems at school. And I think it was a major cause of her low self-esteem. She seemed to find it difficult to feel at ease with people. She was aggressive, particularly with her younger sister. Although they loved each other dearly, she was quite a bully. And I think that sort of aggressive nature was a protective shield around her. I called her the little girl with the barbed wire fence.
Hannah, what do you think at this moment?
Just like concentrating on having that. We're always really silent. We're having a hit, aren't we? Yeah. Just getting things done.
Hannah lives on the streets of Brighton with her boyfriend, Ricky, a former chef who has been an addict for 8 years.
We'll show them where it is.
There's half of me that feels reassured that they're together, and I'm very, very fond of Ricky. He takes very good care of Hannah, and if she had to be with another heroin addict, then I'm very glad she's with Ricky.
Oh.
The downside of that, of course, is that very seldom do two addicts recover simultaneously and together. If one is getting better, very often they will relapse because the other person isn't. So they've made life much harder for themselves by being together. But when Hannah is out there on the streets or doing a deal and it's dark at night, I'm glad that Ricky's looking after her.
Struggling.
What's the problem?
Because
I'll put it in, honey, but mine screws it in. You can screw it in.
I feel like using my veins on my arms for so long. They've gone hard and like, what's it called?
Thrombosed.
Thrombosed. It's because I'm cold as well. Your veins like, if you get in a hot bath, it's best to don't come up.
So this is what I'm sick of as well. I can't wait to get clean up. Something to help us, you know.
Today there are 40,000 registered heroin users in the UK, with unofficial estimates putting the figure at 300,000.
This road here is... I hate driving down this road. It was when she lived in a bedsit, and I hadn't been able to get hold of her for quite a few days. I kept ringing and ringing. So I drove down and there was someone on duty in the bed and breakfast. So they came up to the room, we kept knocking on the door and there was no reply. He got a key and we opened the door and there was obviously someone lying in the bed and I called out her name and she didn't respond at all, and I think for about a minute, which was the longest minute of my life, I think she was dead. And then suddenly she woke up and oh God, I can't tell you, it was just amazing. But it was terrifying. That's when I really thought I'd lost her and I'd gone to that very dark place, and you know, it was horrid.
Only put it in a bit at a time, you know.
They can't do it.
You can't ask me to do it, not there. Your feet do hurt, babe. You know that.
Hannah and Ricky are up early every morning for their daily visit to the substance misuse clinic. They are trying to reduce their heroin intake with methadone, a controversial heroin substitute.
What they do with the methadone and the heroin, they put you on a low dose and you reduce your heroin and up the methadone until you're just using methadone. So at the moment it's not holding me, I still get withdrawal symptoms, but when I'm at the right dose I won't need the heroin anymore.
And are you having withdrawal symptoms right now?
Yeah, I feel hot and cold sweats and shaky. Just feel a bit sick as well.
Hannah has chosen not to live with her family anymore, as her lifestyle is so chaotic. She and Ricky sleep rough, less than half a mile from her parents' home.
Got very few convictions to my name, really. One possession with intent to supply, common assault, and a burglary. That's it. That's all I'm known for.
Where was the burglary?
It was Hannah's mum and dad's house, really. I don't really like. I'm not talking about it 'cause it's not really nice.
You burgled their house?
Yeah. I'm not proud of it. It's not nothing nice. Is it, Hannah?
So how could you bear to have the man who'd burgled your house back in your house with your daughter?
Because I understood why he did it. Quite frankly, if heroin was prescribed for long-term addicts like Ricky, the rest of us would probably have a better life. The crime rate in Brighton is so high. About 80% of crime is drug-related in this city. And I know for a fact that personally we've experienced 3 burglaries, the car's been stolen, credit cards taken, and our insurance has rocketed. So I know the knock-on effects. If they don't have it, they're driven to desperate means, and I expect he really didn't want to steal our television. I know that he is very fond of us as a family. He looks to us as his family, actually, and I don't suppose he would have done it if he could have got the heroin any other way. Can you spare any change?
It means the world. Lots of bits, yeah. I wouldn't be able to go about my daily things without her. No. I'll be lost. Proper lost.
Can you spare any change at all? Can you spare any change at all?
Mostly women give me money. I don't ask old people, but yeah, mostly mums give me money.
What's the most you've ever been given?
About £30.
Who gave you that?
I was at it's like this. I was sat up 7 dials, and this 19, he must have been 20 or 19, this boy came up to me and he said, "Are you homeless?" And I said, "Yeah," and he just gave me 30 quid. Just like that.
And what did you do with that?
I have to spend it to feed my habit. I don't tell them that, but I do feel guilty that I have to lie about it. But otherwise I'd have to go out and shoplift or something. Just 5, yeah? Right, thank you. we got to do this afternoon?
Nothing really.
I think I'll be alright the rest of the day now. I just need another hit to go to sleep with. I feel alright with the methadone and what we've had.
Yeah.
Yeah? You'll get another £10 for bedtime.
When did you last see her happy?
We round about 10, age 10.
She hasn't been happy for 10 years.
I think she has been happy, but really happy without the worries and the pressures. Probably age 10. We moved when she was 11, which she found very hard. She didn't fit in her new school. And at 13, she started drinking, taking drugs, staying out at night. Things went rapidly downhill, and really for the last 7 years, it's been firefighting, really.
You all right?
Hannah and Ricky have moved from the street to a hostel for drug and alcohol dependents. They are allowed to take drugs here, but will be given weekly counselling and help to reduce their dependency.
I don't have any clean pins left. I cleaned them all out. I've only used them once, but I forgot to go to the chemist. I got there just as it closed tonight. So I have to get... It is clean. I'm the only one that uses these.
How are you feeling about your mum and dad at the moment?
I don't know, I keep having nightmares at the moment. As Ricky said, I woke him up last night screaming for my mum. I get quite bad nightmares when I'm on the methadone.
Hannah first tried heroin in a little village in Wales, but her problems began with alcohol. At 13, and unbeknown to her parents, she was binge drinking on vodka. And by 15, she'd moved on to cannabis and cocaine.
Both Robert and I were so naive. We didn't know anything about addiction then. We thought a quick stint in a rehab, took out some savings, put her into rehab locally, and she was doing really well. She stayed in for a month over Christmas and she was glowing when she came out. But the day after my birthday, she relapsed, and ever since then it's been really a succession of getting slightly better and then relapsing. And it really is a roller coaster. You go up and down.
For 3 years, Kate has wrestled with how to deal with Hannah's addiction. For a while, she tried financially supporting Hannah, even accompanying her to the dealers to keep her safe. Sometimes she gave her money for drugs. One summer, Kate helped Hannah and Ricky detox in the upstairs bedroom.
Sometimes we'd be dealing with the squalor of it all. It's not a glamorous illness. We have diarrhoea and vomiting quite frequently. I can remember Robert and I having to take the mattress out and wash it and dry it in the back garden. There was blood spattered up the side of the walls in the bedroom where she'd hit a vein.
It was a way of life her husband, Robert, felt he couldn't continue with.
He really didn't want me to get so involved, and he wanted me to sort of do the tough love principle, and I couldn't.
Did it cause tensions?
Oh, yes, yeah. And looking back, I can see why he was so frustrated. At the time, I felt he wasn't understanding. I just think he found it very hard. And he could detach himself from it a lot easier than I could.
Hannah? Hi, it's Sue. I'm doing a room check. Can I come in? Thank you.
Every week, hostel staff search Hannah's room for stray, used needles.
Sometimes I feel Hannah's quite apathetic. Other times I feel she's extremely strong and determined, and she's got a lot going for her. And it really depends on how she is on a given day. But when she engages, when she wants to talk to us, the depth of her understanding of her herself and her processes amazes me. But we like Hannah a lot here. Yeah, the room looks really Yeah. Why have you got the sock on there?
Because if you smoke, it goes off, doesn't
How
it?
about opening the window?
The window doesn't open very far.
Doesn't it? The only problem with that, Hannah, is that is really dangerous. You're putting a sock over the alarm, so if you fall asleep in bed or anything like that with a cigarette, okay, the alarm's not going to go off. Yeah. So, sorry to have to say, I have to give you a warning for that. Yeah. Could you take it off now for me? Because I can't let you be in the room with that over there. It's really, really dangerous. Please just crack the window open a bit.
Although Hannah no longer lives at home, she and Kate meet up regularly for coffee or lunch. Hannah finally arrives 45 minutes late, complaining of a swollen leg.
I love seeing Hannah, but it's always tinged with a bit of sadness, I suppose, and I'm a bit worried about her leg. It's not very good, is it, sweetheart? And it's reassuring because I know she's still here. And it's difficult because I know that she's not well.
Are you talking about rehab at the moment?
Not right this very minute. I do want to go, probably in the next few months. And then I might go abroad somewhere, as far away from Brighton as I can.
Where would you like to go?
South Africa, maybe. Or America, Arizona, in the middle of nowhere.
What, to a rehab place or just travelling?
No, to rehab. My tummy hurts. I feel sick.
Some water?
We need to have some gear soon.
Get some gear.
The strain of supporting Hannah through her heroin addiction led to Kate having a nervous breakdown in the summer of 2007, just before we began filming.
It all came to a head. She was hammering on the door, banging on the window, throwing things at the house, screaming and shouting. And I think it was the feeling of just being trapped, totally trapped by this situation. There was no way out from it. I just couldn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do anymore. And my body went into total shutdown. I couldn't eat. For 2 weeks I hardly ate. The body had said, I can't take any more. And the hospital gave me permission to do nothing. I didn't have to beat myself up and charge around like a headless chicken trying to do things. And I felt released from the guilt, and that was a huge burden taken off.
Do you feel very on your own, Hannah?
I've always felt like this because I haven't lived at home properly since I was 15.
Why could you not live at home?
Because I hated my parents when I was 15.
What did you hate about them?
That's a bit strong, I didn't hate. I hated everyone, I hated life and everything when I was 15. I just wanted to grow up too quickly as well, I think.
Did you leave school when you were 15?
Yeah.
Have you got any GCSEs?
No. I got banned from going into school in the last few weeks.
I used to get a bit of stick. People think I got Hannah onto the gear, but I never. It's like through her ex-boyfriend. So, but I suppose it helps really me still being on it. When I come out of jail clean and then start again, like, you know. So.
Have you ever nearly died?
Come close to it last year with the blood clots and the pulmonary embolism. Yeah. really weren't well. It was, it scared Hannah as well at the time. And she saw me lying in the hospital, like, with all kinds of tubes coming out of my neck and all kinds of wires and that, and drips attached to me. And she went up to Wales and got clean. And ended up coming back and doing what I did when I come out of prison. So.
Do you need a really strong will to get off drugs?
Yeah. I think so.
Do you want any toast?
I just want to say to her, look, this could end up taking you till you're 45. Easily. You can easily be living this life till you're 45, and by that time you will have no friends. You will have no family. Your health will almost certainly be shot. You will have a serious criminal record, and it will be so much harder for you to try and grab something back if you want to stop using drugs. So get on, sort it out sooner rather than later, because you are going to sort it out, or you're going to die. Which sounds dramatic, but that's what happens. People either die prematurely, or they sort out their substance misuse problems. There kind of isn't a third option.
Hannah and Ricky have been at the hostel for 3 months. They have stopped taking methadone, and Hannah appears very unsettled.
She rang me up on Monday, just gone, saying that she'd had enough and wanted to go into rehab, which I took with caution because I've been excited before and then let down. So I went down to see, and she said, well, I'll go if I can get a hit first. So she went off and got some drugs. Then she said she needed to talk to Ricky first, and as the evening wore on, the excuses became more and more, and I realised it wasn't going to happen. But she said she'd meet me the next day, so I went the next morning and went to take her to a rehab place about an hour from Brighton.
The bloke that spoke to me and my mum when we got there, he came outside and said, oh, at least you can have the respect to go inside and tell your mum that you don't want to go. And I said to him, as soon as I go in, she's going to come out and drive off. And I went inside and she said, I'm getting something to eat, and I went outside and she was gone. So I just left and hitched back.
She wasn't ready, but I found the whole process in that sort of few hours that I'd been thinking about it and trying to organise it so draining, so exhausting, that I had to then say, well, it's not going to be put the problem back in the box, shut the lid and get on with my life again. It's very exhausting and soul-destroying, really.
Does any part of you understand why she left you there?
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't like to think that would make me want to stay. She's just stupid. She doesn't know me very well. She thinks that just makes me more angry, leaving me there. It's a stupid thing to do. The best thing would have been to drive me back and at least talk about it, not leave me there, because now I'm just angry with her.
How many times has she been to rehab before?
I think 6, but I've lost count. Some for barely 2 days, you know, so I think the longest period she did was a month, the very first time. The problem then was mainly alcohol and cocaine. So since she's been on heroin, she hasn't managed to really go to rehab at all. She's my daughter. I love her. I want her to be well. And I would do anything for that. But it's not going to happen yet.
Do you think it will happen?
Sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Very often I don't.
What gives you hope?
Other people tell me she's a survivor and that she's tough. And I just so want to believe them.
But you know her very well, don't you? Do you think she's tough?
She is, but she also has a self-destruct button, which she's prone to pushing. That's the one thing that I worry about. I think she's quite streetwise and quite tough in a lot of ways, but she has this ability to press this button and things go very wrong. That scares me.
What's the purpose of that, Hannah?
Just getting little bits of gear off the wrappers so I can have a little hit before I go out, make money. Because I don't have any gear left.
You've not long had a hit though, Hannah.
So I want a hit before I go out with it.
He does his thing and it's like...
Just see what all the wrappers.
It's not really worth it.
So I don't have
You've got
any.
nothing in, really. The wind up for yourself.
No, it isn't.
You get anything out?
Yeah, a tiny bit.
How are you, Ricky?
I'm alright.
Is this worth doing?
If I was there, it would give me a little hit. This is more psychological, probably.
She's got what you call needle fixation.
Is it?
Yeah, she does. She likes sticking them in herself.
I don't like sticking them in myself.
Got needle fixation, Hannah, you know you are.
Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you?
How are you getting on with each other?
It's fine.
The minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah.
There needs to be certain things that happen in somebody's life to make them determined that they don't want to use again, and I don't think those particular things have yet happened to Hannah. So one of the losses would be a cut off from family. Losses would be she hasn't got children, but if she had children, children taken away from her. Losses would be going to prison. Losses would be possibly sex working for drugs.
Are you saying that in a way she can remain in a status quo because nothing's particularly challenging her out of it?
Yes. Unless, of course, her self-determination to change is endemically there. And I think that is the struggle, because sometimes when I speak to her, that emotional maturity and that self-determination comes through. And I can feel it and I can see it. She's an intelligent young woman and she's got so much going for her. But at other times it's lost in the apathy and the inability to really want to engage out there with life.
No reply?
No. She's probably trying to get some gear, I would imagine. It's quite hard when it's raining because they don't get any people out begging, getting the money.
Hannah and Ricky have been kicked out of the hostel for not paying their rent. Hannah was homeless for several days before the council found her a short-term bedsit for £8 a week. She has not told Kate her exact address, but they are in phone contact.
I think she said it's near the top because her leg hurt going upstairs. There's a lot of bedsits, hostels like that. Problem is, I think, they're pretty run-down buildings, pretty squalid, some of them. I know there was a hostel in Brighton where an addict was dead for 5 days before they found his body. Dearest Hannah, happy 21st birthday with lots and lots of love, hugs and kisses, Mummy. Kiss, 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 kiss. Well, I will celebrate because it's important for her. She feels that it's special enough to mark, but it's very difficult. So my present to her is to take her to have a massage and to have her hair cut and coloured, because none of those things can she sell for drugs. And I bought her a nice skirt and top, but she's opening it and putting it on and wearing it, and then she can't sell it or take it back to the shop. So it's planned with thought, but I want it to be a lovely special day for her and for me, because, well, I still love her very much and it's important.
Can you remember her being born very clearly?
Oh gosh, yes. I can still feel the high that I was on. It was the most amazing experience, and I couldn't believe that this tiny little baby was mine. Oh, it was incredible joy, euphoria, and not 12 hours later was tinged with extreme terror because she was born with this rare disease.
Hannah suffered from an unusual and debilitating disorder of the colon. She was in and out of hospital for the first 10 years of her life.
She had a lot of problems at school and children picking on her and bullying her. It was very sad for her.
Hannah's bedsit only allow visitors during the day, so Ricky roams the streets, homeless, at night.
Well, it's past 12 o'clock, so I guess it's Hannah's birthday now, so...
Have you got her a present?
Not so much yet, it's just, I've asked her what she wants, and she needs to go into town and get it herself.
If you could buy her anything, what would you get her for her birthday?
If money weren't an object, I'd probably get her her own place to live, you know? So she's got somewhere secure and somewhere stable. Somewhere she can call her own without having to worry.
Getting Hannah away from Ricky is going to be a problem. They are very dependent on each other, and unfortunately that's not a good thing. I sometimes think only death will do that, actually. My heart goes out to him. His mother left him when he was a baby. He was put into care. And he's been on heroin a long, long time. I think if I had to come up with a solution for him, it would be to prescribe heroin and then allow him to do the job he loves, which is cooking, which he's really good at. And he's very happy when he's doing that. Maybe if you gave him that as his life, maybe Hannah and he could be happy. I don't know. I don't know. Right, darling?
It's 10 a.m. on Hannah's 21st birthday.
So she's gone in for her massage, and I'm picking her up now to take her to have her hair done. The problem being that she informed me that she needs some more gear between now and having her hair done, and the dealers don't start work till 11:30, so it's just after 11, and we have to try and get some gear between, well, 11:30 and the appointment at 12. Otherwise, she's got a fair amount of time in the hairdressers and she'll start to rattle.
You got 12.50.
I have no idea what I've got in my purse.
You've not got a note.
I don't think I have I?
Can you get a tenner out?
I guess. Is there a cash point along here?
There's one at the petrol station.
Can you get my card out then? And this is a one-off, Hannah. I'm not doing this again, okay? Is that those drug
Hello?
people?
I'm just at the Sainsbury's on Lewis Road. I'm in the BP carriage now. The what? What, where the quick fit is? Alright. Okay, how long will you be? Alright, okay. I'm gonna have to wait here. It's better if I go over there.
They're coming here, are they?
No, I've got to go up that road down there. Thanks.
So shall I wait here?
Yeah, don't come over at all.
No.
Because otherwise I'll get in loads of trouble.
Right. Try not to be long then, sweetheart. Story of my life with her. I hate giving her money.
When I talk to people about this film, I say it's actually a film about love. It's a film about a mother loving a daughter and a daughter loving a mother, but through the fog of heroin addiction.
Yes.
So could you tell us a little bit more about what it is like to love your daughter when she's a heroin addict?
I think you love incredibly deeply because they're so troubled. It's ironic when she was a little child and growing up, that bond didn't develop for whatever physical reason. It was so hard. She didn't want to be loved or cuddled, and that was desperate for me. I think when you see someone with deep flaws and you see their hurt, you want to help them. But this is a situation where you can't. It's almost taking your tiny toddler and making them cross the motorway, hoping that nothing will hit them. But you're sending them out with something that's protecting them, if you like, this little sort of aura around them, and that's all you can give them. And that is my love for her, and hopefully that will protect her.
Leave me out with the waste. This is not what I do. It's the right.
Do you want to go back to your place then?
It's the wrong time for somebody new.
Hello? Alright, I'm on my way back now. You get everything ready, yeah? I'll get some.
What did you need that you hadn't got? Talking to Ricky.
Oh, he wants a chocolate bar in the gym.
I'm supposed to hold it, that alright? Get my gun away when it's loaded, that alright?
Right, you belt in, you do what you've got to do. I'll go off and get the chocolate. I'll be outside in 5 minutes.
Give my gun away when it's loaded, is that alright? You don't shoot it, how am I supposed to hold it, is that alright? Yeah. Give my gun away.
So we have 6 minutes and counting to get her to the hairdressers. I can imagine she could be at least 5 minutes late, but... Hello. Do you have a chocolate galaxy drink?
Is that alright? Is that alright? Is that alright with you? No.
Are you sorted? I've got Ricky's stuff. Do you want to send him down for it? How are you, Kate? A bit frazzled now. Very frazzled. But it's normal. I just haven't done this for so long. I've forgotten how frustrating and irritating, and how much of my life I was wasting doing all of this, sort of racing around. It's funny, I've had 6 months of having my life back and getting on with my life, and suddenly it's one day and racing around. Okay, sweetheart. It's all right. So,
What did it feel like giving her money again?
depressing. Deja vu. Had to do it. There's no alternative. If you want things to happen the way you want them to happen, you buy it. Bribery, whatever you want to call it. I suppose I was buying peace of mind. I was buying convenience, actually.
I see.
Look, I don't have time. Happy birthday, sweetie. Oh. And there's a little one. And I've put some magazines in there for you to read, take home.
In the year since we started filming, Hannah has injected heroin over 730 times at a cost of over £10,000.
In my mind, I sort of see another up to 5 years. I hope it isn't 5 years, but realistically, that's probably a minimum. And then maybe she'll start to want to change her life. I don't know what will trigger that need, but I would say at the moment Hannah is bumping along the bottom quite nicely and nothing's too awful.
Six weeks later, Hannah leaves her bedsit. She and Ricky are now squatting in a flat nearby.
So who does this place belong to?
A friend I was at school with.
And where's he?
In prison at the minute. So, yeah. Yeah, but it was proper filthy in here. The fridge was green. There's all crap all over there. It was just horrible. Like, me and Hannah always wanted a flat together, like, you know, but got this for a couple of months, but see what happens after that, really.
This is Hannah's 6th home since we started filming, and Kate's first visit to this address.
Hi, darling. Who knows? I mean, I've lost count of how many times Hannah has moved and how many bin bags I've carted around Brighton with her belongings in. I think for her, she needs a place to live, somewhere she can feel is home. I think she needs some stability in her life. Hello. Is that the right one? I thought that would cheer you up. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I went for a sort of grey coloured bottom sheet.
I don't want to live in hostels anymore, I'm sick of it. If you live somewhere like this, I think you've got more chance of doing things that normal people do. Like if I was in a hostel, there's nothing to inspire me to get clean. Whereas if I'm here, I want to make the flat look nice and I'd like to rip out the carpets, put laminate flooring down. Make the bedroom sort of nice and girly. I've got some Gustav Klimt pictures. It's like something that I would want to get clean for, to have my own place.
Hannah and Ricky have 2 months and lots of form filling to secure the tenancy in their own name.
Are you
I
going
don't
to
know.
actually do this? The problem with you is that you hate filling in forms, and if things get complicated, you dive under the duvet.
Yeah, but I did go out on my own. No, I went on my own to get the forms.
Just sort of staying here till the 14th of August isn't actually going to achieve anything. You've got this opportunity, the two of you. If you want to stay any longer, you do something about it.
It's not been a good few weeks for Hannah. She is facing 2 charges of theft and assault in a magistrate's court, following an incident at a supermarket where she was stopped with a packet of steak in her bag.
I pleaded guilty to shoplifting, not guilty for assault. So I've got to just have a little trial, not a proper one. With the security guard, I'll probably get a fine or community service. Yeah, I don't go begging anymore, ever. Just shoplift all the time.
Tonight, Ricky is nowhere to be seen. It transpires he's been taken into the police station for begging. He is later released without charge.
I don't even use this table, this is all his mess.
Hannah and Ricky have been ordered to leave the flat.
Their inability to deal with real life compounds the problem. It's really like letting 2-3-year-olds set up home together. They've tried, to give them Hannah's due, she's tried, but it's just never going to work. It's not possible.
I don't know, I always have like the best intentions and things that I want to do, but it never happens. Heroin always comes first.
Do you ever get cross with Hannah?
Yes, I get cross, but I think I also understand that it's only ever going to attract that person who has the problems. It latches onto them because it makes them feel better.
I don't blame anyone. No, it's my choice to take drugs. But I would say, like, if I hadn't have started smoking cannabis, then I wouldn't have progressed to other drugs. You take speed and you say, oh, I never touched coke, and then when you do coke, oh, I'd never do heroin. And then you start smoking heroin, oh, but I'd never use needles. And it does, it just progresses onto everything else. Once you start taking drugs, it completely changes your morals.
Even though we sometimes feel optimistic, the reality is that this will go on for a long time. There won't be any change. This is our life together. This is how it's going to be.
Hannah received a fine of £115 for stealing the steak, which will be deducted from her benefits. The charge of assault was dropped as the security guard failed to show up. A month later, Hannah was arrested again for shoplifting.